Hi, guys. I have a treat for you. I have Miss Venise Ewing here today, and she's going to be telling you what she is doing in the community. But I just want to say she is amazing. Her energy is like fire. Every time she's somewhere, we just end up just everybody just end up vibing, dancing, talking, just we just have fun. And I'm so happy that she is here with us today to just let us, get some of that energy we need just like we just need it. We just need you to just
Yes.
give us some more. So tell us, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your business?
So, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining in. My name is Venise Ewing, as my sister Tina just said. I am a mother of three beautiful girls. They are 24, 18, and 10 this year. I know Tina Mahari is a big girl.
Did you say
I am,
18, 24, and 10?
yes,
Oh,
stretched out. And look, it's even funnier. Their year of births are 2000, 2007, and 2014. So you know that seven thing, my mom was like, it's something divine with that.
it is, because you got
It
the
was not
triple seven.
planned.
You got the triple seven.
You're right. And so I am a total serial entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur now. It'll be 22 years this year. When I started my journey, I was only 21 as a realtor. I went into being a loan officer for the next 9 to 10 years of my life. In that season, I had both of my daughters, the two oldest. Um, I really love people. So everything I did, it grew and expanded because of referrals. And so I found out that referrals are the best business that any person can have in the world, because when you do good by people, you can never stop accepting new clients. People just send people to you. And the best thing about referrals, they always come ready. They
Yes.
always know what they want. They have no questions about you and your credibility, because warm referrals are the best ever. And
Mm.
so I met Tina and some of my other good friends and mentors now in business when I was with a company by the name of World Financial Group. I was there for 8 years. They taught me everything I know when it comes to finance, when it comes to taxes, when it comes to generational wealth building, when it comes to the purpose of life insurance. Now I love saying, are you properly protected?
Mm.
Because 9 out of 10 of us, we are not. If you have a family, if
Yeah.
you're the minimum wage earner, if you're a single mom like myself, just want your children to have a better life than you did, we need to understand protection. We
Mhm.
need to understand what it needs to do for us in our absence. And so I love what we learned there. But I have a new baby. Tina has helped me rebirth something that I started back 5 years ago, August of 2020. I created a company in the midst of COVID. It was a janitorial company by the name of Surface Tech's Expert Janitorial Services. The reason being, I've learned that if you want to make money, you need to create a solution to a problem.
Mhm.
Well, everyone knows that COVID shut down the world. We were not able to be with our loved ones. A lot of people lost their jobs.
Yes.
Um, Daycares had to close that served the babies. I'm
Yes.
so passionate about the youth and seniors. Those are my two heartbeats of the world. And I just kept thinking, what if there was more cleaning companies? Do we all need to be closed? What if someone was able to stay in business because they had a cleaning company that had products that could actually minimize or eliminate things like COVID
Mm.
or tuberculosis or hepatitis? And so I connected with a partner who was a mentor of mine. He was an environmental services director in the hospital arena. He introduced me to a company that offered those type of products. Bar none, it stood me out of the box from other cleaning companies because I had
Wow.
a special product. The name of the product was Virex.
Mm.
I didn't know anything about it. And you have to get it from a company that is suitable and accredited to sell the product. So
Mm.
hospitals, rehabilitation centers, schools, those type of governmental affiliations, corporations, they had total access because they need to make sure they keep illnesses and viruses and things like that minimized and eliminated. When I got introduced to the cleaning world, I didn't know how passionate I was about cleaning.
Mm.
I do have OCD at home. I'm always wiping. At all the events, I'm always the one cleaning the table. I'm always the one making sure everybody is good. I'm huge with germs. It's like, oh, put a mask on, wash your hands. And I never knew that was an inside passion of mine.
Mm.
And so my cleaning company is now my new baby. And Tina helped me get my things in order. I now refer everybody I can that says one thing about I need to get buttoned up. Like, you gotta talk to my sister Tina Williams. I sent her a link out, free referrals, right? Love what she did for me. You know, everybody doesn't stick, but I'm not gonna ever stop sending people her way, because to be in business is one thing, but is your business buttoned up on paper where you can pass a folder and someone can learn about you, your business, and knows exactly what you do without you speaking? And so I'm now teaching something new in the world about business ownership. Stop just selling and creating all of these businesses and not making sure you have your business plan. You have your executive summary. You have your profit and loss statement, a budget. Those
Budget.
things are so vital if you want to be a real business, and you definitely want to ask for capital or funding or some type of sponsorship, I'm hoping. And so a lot of us need to understand how to be in business the right way. And thank God for QT Biz Solutions, because they have taken a girl like me that had a dream, and in 6 months' time, Tina has rebirthed it, built my motivation, and has gotten me on my way. So I
Oh my,
appreciate you.
oh my goodness. Everybody that we talk to, they keep saying they had an idea, they started, but now they're at the finish line.
Yes.
And I was going to ask you what inspired you to start this business, but you just went through and said, you wanted to do it in COVID. You wanted to get something, that could actually help, kill COVID, so that we could prevent it going to other people. And I see that is something that is a passion of yours. So let me ask you this: how does your business serve and impact the community? And you just also, the other question was, what sets your business apart from others in your industry?
Yes. So for one, I'm going to talk about both businesses that I'm actually so active with both right now. So the other brand is Cooking with Money Too. That is where I can be the financial literacy advocate. I don't like to say educator, because I just talk about money with the children. The name is very unique because cooking is one of my favorite hobbies. But when I think about all that I know and all the money facts that I've learned over the years, a lot of that came from my grandparents. More to say, my mother's mother, my grandmother. She was an entrepreneur. She was a math genius. She was like a live calculator. And so when we would cook, I always used to love cooking with her. All the Southern recipes, I give my hat to her for the cook that I am today. She never measured anything. She was just sisters stirring taste, stirring taste.
That's my grandmother,
You
Lord.
hear me? They can't tell you a cup of anything because they just pour and measure by their
Yeah.
eye. And so I always found the time to ask her the real questions while we were cooking. And she would go so deep that sometimes it was like over my head. But now I'm appreciative as it all comes together. So the
Mm.
Cooking with Money Too was one, because I love cooking. The money piece is who I am in the world. A lot of people know me by the money girl. That's the financial literacy educator. That's Money Talks lady. But I put it all together because the two is actually who I am. And so the Cooking with Money Too was created 4 years ago. It's my non-for-profit company that I'm going to incorporate another business with QT Solutions. I'm going to be at Tina's door again, because now I speak to the youth about money concepts. I bring to them the money talk table that their parents probably would never do, just like my parents. We're talking about budgeting, savings, credit cards. What's the difference of a secure card and an unsecured card? Why do you need both? What's proper management when you're talking about, keeping your budget tight? what's delayed gratification when you just don't need it? It's a want, a need, or a desire. I mean, we talk about real estate. I do a lot of pop quizzes, pop questions like, would you rather have 50,000 liquid or 800 credit score? It's a
Whoa.
lot of brain teasing, but I want the kids to think about money as a good topic because money is not the root of all evil.
Ugh,
I want our kids to understand that you need money.
we need money.
The
We
more you have, and if you're a good person like me and Tina, the more you do. If you good, money is good.
mm-hmm.
A lot of people think of money as just to have it, the riches. Well, I teach the kids the basics, and then I teach them about leaving it, creating a legacy. What if we didn't have to work? What if we did have a family business? What if somebody ahead of your mother left you straight?
Mm.
What would be different if you didn't have to buy your first car? It was a
Oh,
gift.
if
What
you
if you
didn't
didn't
have
have
to
to
buy your
put the
first
mortgage
house.
down for the first house? What if it was a gift that grandma left for you to have and then put some stipulations on it?
Mm-hmm.
You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do that. Talk about leaving a legit legacy, but life could be so much sweeter. We can end this curse of generational ignorance, poverty. Just leave a little bit to start. And so that's my first passion. But Surface Techs, the cleaning company, I just think that if more people would value what they do, if the pandemic of COVID ever aroused again, just call someone to come clean. At
Yes.
that moment, I was out of a job. The office closed in our financial firm. My
Oh, wow.
daughter's daycare closed. My daughter's high school was down and she was in the middle of graduating. We didn't have graduations, all
Oh.
because of cleanliness, right? All
Mm.
because no one was being properly cleaned to say, oh, I'm COVID certified. This building is covered. That was the drive. And now I know how lucrative the industry is.
Yes.
And another thing, there's not a lot of Black women. And so I am so pro-Black. I'm a proud member of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women in the
Mm.
Chicago Metropolitan chapter. I am also the chairperson of the Fund Development Department. So everything about me is money. I don't mind asking my friends for help. I don't mind being the person to break some of the good rules to get things done. We have a slogan in the coalition that we make good noise. We like
Good.
to get in good trouble
Mm.
because sometimes you have to voice it. And so I'm an advocate for it all, but money and cleaning is my new two babies. And I just want to see these companies like grow so big where I can leave both of them for generations to come. And I'm waiting to see if I could build my 10 millionaires. That
Ooh.
is my end goal for cooking with money too. I want 10 of my youth to one day call me and say, Miss Ewing, I made it. I
Mm.
did it. I want to serve. I want to come and speak. You met me when I was in high school. Now I own a house. I have a family. I'm properly protected. I
Oh,
own businesses. My investments are straight. I'm a philanthropist. I'm an entrepreneur
yes.
now. I'm waiting on my 10 great stories, Tina. And I
Oh,
know it's going to happen because I touch so many kids a year that I'm just looking for my 10. They'll set my retirement when I hit my 10.
there you go. There you go. I mean, that is definitely something that sets you apart from everybody in the industry because you have passion and you have compassion. You have passion, compassion, you care. And that sometimes is what is necessary in our community right now. And it's necessary that we know that your business is out there so that people say, you want to get into these businesses, and you want to get into businesses that are legit. We actually, put you're actually a federal contractor. You're able to get those bids. You're right on the website. You're up there. You're able to bid on contracts and get those janitorial jobs. So I like showing that because you know what? If we don't go out here and share people what we can do, nobody knows to use us.
Yeah.
So that's going to be great. So what would you say to potential customers who are considering using your service or product?
So first of all, the money piece pretty much speaks for itself. If you are a leader, business owner, you're in the schools as an educator, you have a business where you are reaching out to the youth in the community. I will speak about one of my um, new ventures. I am the Entrepreneurship and Economic Opportunity Program Coordinator at a company called Build Chicago.
Mm.
Build is here on the west side of Chicago, where I was born and raised. We're in the Austin area. And what I'm going to do here is build a cohort that is going to teach entrepreneurship skills. It all starts with the mindset. And so what sets me different on that level is that I can walk that walk. I've been in so many different arenas when it comes to the financial industry. I never understood why everything's Tina's felt like a closed door. Like I wanted to be a realtor forever. Why I couldn't write mortgages forever. Jackson Hewitt, I was there as an office manager for years. Then I was with WFG and that transitioned.
Mm-hmm.
And now I understand everything was in a season.
It's a season.
I learned what I needed to learn. I captivated on all of the mentorship, all of the leverage that I had with all of the great leaders that have come through my path. But it was also that I could be able to be the full round for my clients.
You
And
know,
it's so weird because now I get clients like, read this statement for me. I'm like, okay. It's like, Denise, oh my God, I didn't know you did that. Talk to me about property. Real estate was my passion. My family owns property. I own property.
mm-hmm.
I understand through my family leverage and my grandparents' legacy. We went through probate. We'll never do that again.
Oh my gosh.
So when it comes to like, I'm just ready to give. Okay. It's like people say, tell your story. I never knew my story was going to be so powerful. But the way I love on these babies, they say stuff like, can I tell my mom this? I'm like, your mom should be my client, but you're going to be my student. You're going to success what your parents know. You just stick with me. I tell them I want to be your big sister in the money game for the rest of your life. When you get something, I'm not going to charge you a fee to give you an answer. And that's only for my students. I have so many now that just text me. I'm getting prom dates. So I look at it as now like I'm building this community and this village where money is the foundation, but they know that I have a heart for them when it comes to life skills, making choices. I talk to the girls about boys. I tell them, I'm not married. I have 3 girls. I'm a single mother.
Wow.
I tell you what not to do.
What you can
give you that advice,
Right.
And I do it from experience, Tina. So a lot of my clients, just like you said, sis, they like, Miss Ewing is so real. She's so bubbly. But I think my transparency is a gift.
It is.
I've never been afraid to just be me.
You're always you always are real. You can always get a straight answer from you if you ask a question. And that's one of the things that that's why I believe we're friends, even though we left different companies and things, we're still together because straight just good people just doing things, and you really just want to help the community. It's funny that you're at the nonprofit because another thing with QT, we actually most our largest clients are nonprofits. So what happens is they'll pay us to write business plans for people. Yes. They have budget. So they'll go through the cohort, whatever. And then at the end of the cohort, the people want to get a business plan. The nonprofit ends up paying us to write the business plan. So we might even be doing that at something like that in the future.
Totally.
So, yeah, I mean, just like we do that with Tech Town Detroit here. We were TA providers for Motor City Match for 7 years. Same thing. Yes. They put Detroit Means Business, where we wrote the business plans. We did the QuickBooks setup, and we did tax preparation service, and then we submit them to the lender to get some funding. So they went through the cohorts, and then the nonprofit said, hey, this person is ready to get their business plan written, and then they subcontracted us. So that could be something that we could possibly partner on or do.
Yes. So I'm going to speak of it briefly, but we're bringing an entrepreneurship cohort here It's under Sunshine Enterprises.
Okay.
It's called the Community Business Academy. It's going to be located at Bill, Chicago. We are on the west side of Chicago, 5100 West Harrison. It's
Wow.
going to be so great because
So,
we already have a group that's ready to come in the fall.
so tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what is the cohort going to be doing? Like, what tell who can join? What type of persons can join?
Yes. So the Community Business Academy is driven towards people who have a business, who's actually already active. So
Mhm.
it's not really the beginning stage. You're kind of like in the intermediate, you're in the middle. You want to get a little bigger. But the biggest thing is we're buttoning up people's skills. People are in business making money. They have their business incorporated through their state. They
Mhm.
have it out registered. They're selling products. But when you ask for their business plan
Mm.
and you ask for their executive summary and you ask them if they're able to get any capital, do they need to be in front of any funders or any banks? And they're like, I don't have that yet.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that that's the first step of business. And we're going to be doing a 12-week cohort. We'll
Okay.
meet once a week. Our day is now going to be Thursday, starting in like the second week of September. It'll be from 6 to 9 p.m. We are looking for people to come in to expand their business.
Okay.
We're trying to teach them skills like bookkeeping, budgeting, your 3 minute pitch, which we want people to know how to know their profit and loss. What does it cost per unit? What was your sales? What is taxes? We want them to, of course, have it buttoned up to where we can have them submit their application for capital. It may be a grant or possibly a loan, but whatever it is, we want to take them from home base to small business. And if they're already small business, we want to expand it to a bigger business.
Okay.
But it's $100 for the cohort.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh my
And
goodness.
you're going to have experts like myself. I'm going to be the lead instructor. And then you have all these experts connected to Sunshine Enterprises, who is also funded by Rising Tide Capital. It's just a room full of entrepreneurs who are looking to grow other entrepreneurs, but you got to prove it. We want to see what you're doing. And
Okay.
we have so many people that are making good money and they are doing this as a hustle because they are still at their job because the business just hasn't launched the way it needs to. And that's because they're not buttoned up.
They're not. They
That's
need
it.
to get more buttoned up. That's it.
So they get graduation, they get accreditations. We're bringing in experts that's going to be doing WBE
Mm.
and MBE and DBE and all the certificates. I mean, we're going to bring in powerhouses to just help them know that this is a one-stop shop. We want to get everything done for your business in this room. And hopefully when they graduate, they have access to funds. They have more clients. They're going to have a network of all the other entrepreneurs that hopefully we support each other and keep the money within the community. So
That
we're starting in Austin. There are other cohorts throughout the city, but we're going to be the first in the Austin community.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. So this is gonna be great. We're gonna have them we're gonna have you say your name and how to get contact with you about that program before we end this out. We're gonna be shifting now about your experience with QT Business Solutions. How well you already said it. How did you first hear about QT Business Solutions?
So this is funny because Tina and I were in the same company. We were both strong Black female leaders in the business in the North. Tina represented Detroit and I represented Chicago. And we were like two crazy firecrackers together. We had the same energy. But one thing I can say is I should have jumped on board sooner. We
Mm,
procrastinate. I always knew what Tina did, but I didn't know in depth.
mm,
We always thought she was just grants and education for as funding, but the experience was totally different. Um, I know a lot of the employees through QT because of our network. One thing I will say is like home away from home. Everybody was so welcoming, from Brianna to Lenise, which is like my sister, Lenise and Venise. We jam like peanut butter and jelly. Our names are only one letter apart, but Robert. And then I met Lucas. I mean, Mary Ann, I can just say all the names because they're like my second family now. And the QT Business Solutions experience lifted my spirit because I was very nervous. They gave me the confidence that I needed. Robert and Lanice are like a wealth of knowledge when it comes to, just breaking the fear and pushing you forward and not letting you miss a beat. And then Brianna, she asked me so many questions, but when I took a look at my business plan, I was shocked myself, like 56 pages of everything, projections, graphs, my personal story, all of my highlights, my history of why. I mean, that 2-hour session with her turned into a 55 plus page of a business plan, all about a young Black girl like myself that come from the hood that just want to serve the hood, but on paper, QT made it real for me. I am so ready to launch. I was so ready to get started. And then Tina put me onto the government site and they kept coming back and forth. But every email, everything that I was getting, Tina, I would send it to her. I would let her know all the hiccups I was having. I was calling Brianna and they were just like, we got this. Don't worry. You stay focused. We'll take care of it. It's nothing like having real business people in your corner that they are a phone call away or an email away, and you best to know within an hour's time, you will get a response. With the day, everything was being modified and corrected. This is why I'm so ready to go now. 4 years ago, I was stagnant. 2025, I'm like, let's go. I need contracts. I'm ready to fly. I love QT business. It's nothing like it.
I was just going to ask you, can you walk us through the process? But you just get to the question before I ask a question. So let me ask you this: what was the most valuable part of working with QT Business Solutions?
The time efficiency. If you said it was going to be an hour and a half, because I'm crazy busy, and I also have my 10-year-old who I'm picking up and dropping off in extra curriculum. Time and organization is something that I've learned to embrace. You guys are very time efficient, but the turnaround of the process of what you created for me, it was so quick. And every time I would read the business plan, I'm getting teary. I cried the first 2 times. Every time I read thoroughly through it, I'm just like, wow. No one can turn me around. I can just mail that thing out. Like, I need some money. check this out. Look at me. When I say having your business on paper without you being in the room, I am so grateful for Tina and QT Biz Solutions, where I feel so confident I'll FedEx that thing to anybody and wait for a response.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. So let me ask you this. I know we've been talking about that. I want to ask something fun about you. What's a fun fact about you that most people don't know?
I can't dance. Love music.
I'm in the same boat though.
I have no rhythm. I love house music. I love all music. My dad is a jazz fan. Yes, Tina. Girl, line dancing. I be in the mirror, YouTubing, trying to stepping over my own feet. Like I put some tape on the floor with 1, 2 here. People don't know because I'm so bubbly. But if you put me some line dances I have, this new one, Tamia, baby, I cannot get it. My daughters laugh because when I'm doing TikToks, they like, you so stiff. Like, we got to practice, girl. Like, no, you're doing that wrong. People never know that, but I'm so not a dancer. But a goal this year, I'm going to be a stepper. It's the smoothest thing. I ain't got to do all the bopping, and I just got to have a handsome gentleman lead the way and move my feet a little bit. So I will be a stepper this year. I know that's going to be my dance forever because I'm older now, so I ain't got to do all the bopping and the sweat. I'm just stepping. You hear me? I'm going to be smooth on my toes. My auntie say, just glide. Most sexy women, just glide.
Hey, that's what it is. Okay, well, I got one final question. Okay. If you weren't running the businesses that you're running right now, what would you be doing instead?
I love kids. So one of the things that I always said, if I had the patience or wanted to start over, I would probably have been a home daycare owner.
Oh,
And it probably would have grew into a facility. But the way I love babies, I just love babies. My girls do too. My middle baby want to be a pediatrician now. My
wow.
youngest loves babies. We are always shopping and buying little trinkets for the kids around us. But anything revolving kids. I didn't want to be a teacher because I'm not the one about school and the structure of the classroom. But in a daycare, all the babies are the owners. You hear me? She's
Yeah.
able to touch and feed and grab, and I just love babies. So I know
Oh,
any atmosphere with me being with babies and making sure that babies are healthy and safe
mm,
and protected, that would have been my heart. I probably would have
that,
had an overnight daycare knowing me. Like, they sleep. You can stay at home. Don't come waking them up at 9. They can stay here because I just love kids.
oh, you know what? I have a customer that owns a daycare, and she's 24 hours too, and she's exactly like that. When we were doing her business plan, the babies would walk in and give her a hug. I said, "Ooh, I want that job. I want it."
Yes. And they are the basis of kids' education. My daughter's daycare taught Mahari so much
Mm,
without me being present.
wow.
So they're not just a daycare. I mean, my baby was doing things Spanish and English. She was 3.
Oh, wow. So
They
they
said that's
really
not a
care.
sponge years.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
right daycare teacher will have your baby above and beyond
Oh wow.
kindergarten.
Oh my gosh.
Mahari is still a straight A student. She's in 4th grade. They had nothing to do with Beasley where she's at now, even though they excel her. Mahari came in mind ready. Her
Mind ready.
brain was already affixed to her
Oh,
ABCs, her numbers, speaking a complete sentence, having a full conversation with adults at 2 or 3. Like, my
wow.
baby was potty trained before she was 1. She was actually walking. The daycare did their thing. And I
Wow.
tell people the right daycare owner will do more wonders with your baby than you can ever imagine in those little 7 or 8 hours a day. It's
Wow.
amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. I always get something different with that question. Every time I ask that question, people will say, that, but you're basically saying that you doing what you love right now too, because you're helping babies right now with, the cooking with money. And so what, when we speak that dream out loud and we start, we're getting into our passion, and we are doing the things that we love. You're teaching babies right now to get that mindset. So I'm proud of you, sis. Yeah, I get that from you, calling you sis, you my sis. I don't have any biological sisters, so I definitely consider you
Yes,
one.
I'm here,
So
girl. I was shocked when you told me that because you didn't know that on my mom. I'm the only girl and the oldest. I have 2 younger brothers. So I can definitely relate.
what?
Yes,
I
I'm
thought
the
you
only girl.
had sisters.
On my dad's side, yes, but we didn't grow up in the house together.
Oh
And we're
wow.
very close, but yet distant. They are in the city, but I may see them 4 or 5 times a year. It's so
Mm.
crazy. But
Wow,
on my
wow.
mom's side, I never had a sister in the house.
We just that's why we adopted each other. That's it.
Yes.
Well, guys, I want you guys to know that Surface Tax Expert Janitorial Services is a federal vendor. They can, do any big job, big or small. They're available for subcontracting. If you have a company, a larger company, and you want to just outsource some of your things. I also want to, just kind of, let you know she has the Cooking with Money program. And then obviously she has the Surface Text business that is out there. Anything, find how do they get in contact with you? Also about the cohort that she's doing. How do they get in contact with you to sign up for that cohort? And also how do they get in contact with you to get janitorial services?
So my name is Venise Ewing, as you guys know. My phone number is 773 484-7996. That's my business line. When it comes to my email, it is my logo. My email is cookingwithmoney2, all spelled out, but the number 2 at gmail.com. And then I'm going to give you my new number here in the office at Build Chicago. If you're interested in being a part of the cohort and you're on the west side of Chicago, I want you guys to feel welcome to come in, ask for me, come and see me. If you're serious about starting your business, growing your business, getting the education you need, getting ready for funding, or just coming into a room where you can have a network of entrepreneurs where we all think alike. Build Chicago is at 5100 West Harrison Avenue. The phone number here is 773-227-2880, and my extension is 162.
I'm putting that down. I'm gonna try to add this here, so everybody can see it. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Hold up, let me get that on here. All right, so we got Cooking with Money too, and then this Build Chicago right there. That's her email, cookingwithmoney2@gmail.com. And then you can contact her for Build Chicago at 773-227-2880, extension 162.
Yes.
All right,
Thank
beautiful lady.
you. You have a great day, and kiss the baby for me.
I will.
All righty. Bye-bye.